Hey there, lads and lasses. This here's Thunder 64, coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Wednesday afternoon. It is a little bit past 1 o'clock. That can only mean that it is time for some Generations. A little Minecraft on the Generations Minecraft server today. I need to fix some of the lighting here, so let's do that. I think that's better. There. Anyways, hope you're all doing well this week. It's been a very busy week for us at the Thunderhand family household, but we're getting by. We're getting by. All right, so let me see. Last week on Generations, we were working on Baby Zombie Rush. So this week, that means we're working on the server. And when last we left off, we were working on a little bit of an amethyst farm. So let's check in and see how that's progressing. I did quite a bit of work on it yesterday. And the idea was we need tinted glass for our Guardian farm so we can finish that thing up. And let's get some game sound here. Or maybe you don't want that game sound because we've got this going. What is this thing? Well, whenever I do... Wow, we're actually having trouble with the server lagging right now. Can you hear how irregular that is? Wow. FPS is okay. We're way up there. Maybe it's just getting the chunks to load. I wouldn't say we're way up there, but we're doing pretty good in this area. 70, 80, 90, somewhere around there. Okay, I think the chunk is loaded now, so it's running a little bit smoother. Okay, so this, yeah, say we're getting a little bit of tearing up there. I also want to see, let me see, video settings. 8 chunks, usually I keep it low in this area because we're in the spawn chunks right now. I'm going to bring it up a little bit more, 8, 16, 4, let's bring it up around 12. 12 I think is the limit that I have the server set on right now, so. Anyways. So you can see what I've been doing here. Oh, look at this, would you? So these chunks surrounding these two amethyst geodes. Amethyst geode is a bit superfluous. But we had one up there. And we have one right here, and they're almost in line with each other, almost. Close enough. And so you can see the chunks that I excavated out here. Right, all around them here. And since they are in the spawn chunks, these should produce amethysts all the time. The shards, all the time. So whenever I'm making a huge excavation like this now, I always have an incinerator nearby for the stuff that we don't really need. Although I am wondering why this thing is still running. Oh, okay, we've got a couple of stacks here that's still processing. But we got a lot of goodies out of this. We got a lot of amethyst, obviously, a lot of calcite, a lot of smooth basalt, a lot of redstone, quite a few diamonds there. Actually. Some other things too, a few shards, a little bit of gold, a little bit of iron. We have a massive iron farm, but we're doing okay with that. I only got this much. I only saved this much of the cobble deep slate, and the tuft here. Ah, Shut Mountain! Change scene, that's right. Wow. Thank you, Shut. So, yeah, so I've excavated all of this out here. I have this geode here, that one up there. And this was a lot of work. This was a lot of deep slate. You guys can see I'm down here on negative 51. I'm almost down at bedrock. But since these are in the spawn chunks, they should produce the crystals all the time. Over here, this thing has finally shut up. It incinerated all the excess stuff. But you can see all of the goodies that we've gotten here. And Shut Mountain, who's probably lurking while working right now. But still, we can do a bit of a shout out. And let me see, let me just fix that right there. Right there. And done. So please go check out fellow buffoon and Minecrafter and variety gamer Shut Mountain 409 FB whenever you're able, and drop a follow, because I'm a little bit distracted about the height of this right in mid-sentence. But drop a follow when you do. I mean, it doesn't cost anything and stuff. And if you feel so inclined, some bits or a sub or two, always appreciated by us streamers. You can't go wrong with Shutmouth, people. So, what are we going to do today? Well, first, we're going to turn off that obnoxious graphic there. One of the other things that has occurred to me here is this. Slime chunks. Yes, people, we have slime chunks here. They're a little bit annoying. I wonder why they're cut off at this level, though. That's a little strange. Probably because they're just showing the part on which they can actually spawn. So you're not going to get the chunk up here because I removed all that stuff. But every now and then I see some slimes spawning down here and stuff. But it's not really that big of a deal. These two aren't really adjacent. They're actually across from each other, corner to corner. But we have one right here, so that might cause some problems. I'm not sure, but with the farm that I'm planning on doing here. But and I figured, let me see. I think it's a good idea just to fly around here for a little bit. Again, these are the spawn chunks. This map is about, we've been on here for about 2 years now. So we've seen just about everything that's down here. And so I don't mind, this would normally be a little cheaty for vanilla survival. Vanilla survival. But we've already seen all this stuff. We have a couple more geodes in the spawn chunks. Let me hit spawn chunks here. Slime chunks. That's spawn chunks right there. So you can see we have a couple of other geodes here in the spawn chunks, and I don't know if I'll eventually make these into independent little farms. Ooh, some diamonds down there. Independent little amethyst farms over here, but there's only a few of them in here, and some of these aren't really big enough to warrant making into a farm. This one is probably. This one's pretty big down here. Yeah, see, that would produce quite a few. But you know what? So will these two over here that we're building into a farm. And you know what? These one of the reasons why I chose these is these two are right next to each other, and if you can see, it's really not far away from the origin 00 over here. It's really close. Right. So one of the things I might wind up doing is maybe adding this into these three somehow, but I don't think so. I think these two will make more than enough shards for us right here. And so how to plan on doing that? Well, I've never built one of these before, but I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to make the automatic farm with the observers and the flying machines and stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to go with that. Not at least initially here. I'm going to make a manual farm, but the type I've seen is uh, I've seen some of the players submerging these in water streams and then swimming through the water streams and knocking off the shards and having them be carried away by the water streams and stuff. So I've been thinking about a way to go about doing that. And I thought, well, let me see. I'll make a water source column that engulfs both of these. Maybe put soul sand at the bottom so it brings up as I'm knocking off the shards. It floats them to the surface. Water stream will carry them over and collect them. But then I'm thinking, while I'm trying to swim in those bubble columns, that's going to be really hard to control myself because I'm always going to be pushed up at quite an accelerated rate. And so trying to knock off these with precision is going to be really, really difficult. And then I thought, well, maybe a downstream, right? But then the same thing's going to happen if I put magma blocks at the bottom. I'm going to get pushed down at such a rate, it's going to be hard to do that. But what I'm thinking is, if I don't make them source blocks and have them just flow downwards, I can swim against a downward flow. I should be able to do that pretty easily. The force of that isn't quite as strong as a bubble column. So I'm thinking maybe I will try to create some downward flowing water streams here that will collect at the bottom. And I'm thinking maybe put some signs or some gates here at the bottom so the water doesn't go straight through them. And then it'll carry the items down, drop them off here, and then a separate water stream will carry them over to be collected. So right now, I think I'm going to put the water streams in, and I'm going to test that out. I'm going to see how that works. So since I switched over my sound, I've done a little bit with my sound, the sound of my voice, and now it sounds strange in my headphones lately. So I'm trying to get used to that. But I did get rid of the hissing kind of sound that was we had a grounding issue and stuff that we were working with which we were working. And oh, here we go. Now I have the music coming through the iPad right now, and so it's so whenever I get a notification, it automatically drops the volume on that, which is really annoying. All right, let's get to work here. Let's get out of this spectator mode into good old survival, like we love so much. Okay, one of the things I'm thinking of right now is just to mark out where the water column is going to be. I want it to be at least, I'm thinking at least one block from the outermost shard. That way, as I'm swimming up and down, I could just poke my head out and grab a breath every now and then so I don't drown. And so one of the ways I'm thinking of marking that out is with scaffolding and sand. So I'm thinking I'll scaffold all the way up and then try to get to the outermost parts here, and then just drop some sand blocks down and mark out the area down below here. And then I have to make a capture area down here and then start streaming water buckets down and stuff. So I'll do that. That means I'm going to need a massive water source, a lot of water buckets here. I've got some scaffolding there, but I'm not going to need this many tools in my inventory, I don't think. So let's clear out the inventory a little bit here. We'll get the old tool container over here. I think one diamond pickaxe will cover us for right now. We're certainly not going to need a hatchet. I'm not going to need that. Shield, I think I'm going to be okay. May not need the sword right off. I think a bow and some arrows will do just fine. A little bit of food. I'll keep some rockets with me. Ender pearls always, right? These extra shulkers we can... I can't put a shulker inside a shulker. Thunder! Let's do that. Just for right now. Do a little something like this. Okay, I'm going to go grab a couple of supplies. I'm going to go back to the depot, go get some sand, go get a little more scaffolding and stuff, and then come on back and we'll start laying this out. Now, like I said, this is really good because this is pretty close to us right here. Pleasant Player! Woo! Yo, how's it been? I'm eating at Wendy's right now. So what's your Wendy's order, if you don't mind sharing that with us? Pleasant. And while you answer that little inquiry, if you so choose. And let me see. This is your 12330 alt account. And please go check out Pleasant Player. We have a great time with Pleasant Player on the servers. Been a guest here in Generations a couple of times. We've done some co-streaming and all-around cool guy, fun streamer to watch. Just grabbing those goodies. Just picking the goodies out of the wall as we go along here. But now we got to go up. We got to get ourselves some sand and some scaffolding and some buckets of water. Is that some iron up there? Yeah, let's clear a little bit of room here. Ourselves a little elbow room here. And you know what? We need to make a proper hatch through here. We need to do a lot of things on Generations, people. We've been so wrapped up in Buffooncraft lately. I'm going to put that back in there right now. And what I'm looking for right now is sand and scaffolding. So I always check these chests that I wish to empty out eventually. And make sure that I get anything out of here that I possibly can. And this is going to be a tricky thing to do. I've never built this kind of a farm before. So this should be interesting. Good there. I'm good here. And let me see. Get some of this stuff. Oh, we got a little extra sand. We're not going to need a lot of sand here. We're just marking out the outline of the catch area down below. What I'm really looking for, though, is that scaffolding. Scaffolding! I probably have some in those shulkers over there. Right here. Maybe not. Go ahead, make a liar of yourself. So let me see. My days have been kind of bad, but also good. I'm eating burger and fries. Well, we assumed you're eating burger and fries. I'm sorry to hear your day's being kind of bad. I hope the stream will make it a little bit better. Redeem Bastion Faceplant Sleep. Okay, so the next sleep. Now, we're mostly underground, but if I can recall, I will get to the surface and do that. Let's grab some scaffolding over here. And I should have some floating around here. So, yeah, plenty of scaffolding. We're going to need a lot of this stuff, so let's just do that. And that should be plenty. And you know what? Maybe I can just get up to the surface here and see if it's daylight or not up above. That way I can do your redeem. Oh, there's a shout out for Pleasant Player. Shut Mountain's right on that. Yeah, it's not quite nighttime yet, my friend, but when it is, I will do that redeem. Thanksgiving is next week. Indeed. Indeed it is. When has a Thunderstream not cheered me up? That's what I want to hear, my friend. So you mentioned Thanksgiving is next week. Usually in the Thunderhand household, we don't do turkey on Thanksgiving. We usually do pot roast. But Kachi was telling me the other day he doesn't recall ever having a Thanksgiving with turkey. And I thought back, and I'm like, you know, I think he's right. So he's going to have at least one Thanksgiving with turkey. So I'm thinking this year we're going to break with the Thunderhand tradition of having pot roast, and we're going to go with the standard tradition of turkey just this year. The thing we have against turkey is there's just too darn much of it. You know, we like it, but we don't want to eat turkey for the next 4 months, you know. So we just want a little bit of it, you know. And so what I'm thinking on doing is just getting a turkey online, get it delivered to the house, and see if I can get the smallest one possible. So then we could do a little bit of turkey this year. Plus some other stuff as well, so. Turkey's all right, but ham, though, oh my, yeah. Ham. I usually have ham on Christmas. But I hear you. I hear you, man. I like turkey. Turkey's okay. It's just, like I said, you know, I just don't want, you know, turkey for the next, 3 months or something. And, you know, I'm just too Scottish to throw it away. So, you know what? I think I went off in the wrong direction here. I haven't been working at the Amethyst Farm here enough to have gotten it memorized. So you know what? I'll go back to 00 here, and because I have this all mined out down here, so all these corridors look the same. Hey, you know what? Also, I'm not down on bedrock level. I'm actually up a few levels. Like I said, we're somewhere up around 51, so we're up a level or 2 here. That's probably why I missed it. So you can see where I have that block of amethyst right here. That reminds me that this is the level on which I need to proceed. So we were probably underneath it that entire time. I would die a happy man if ham was my Gina meal. That's all I'm saying. My final meal. Autocorrect. Yeah, I should have known that. That said final. You intended that to be final. Okay, so here we are with this. Let's stash some of. We'll stash those there. We'll stash these here. Let's because these are precious. So is that thing right there. All right, I'm quite certain that that is the outermost shad for this side. So I'm going to do something like this. And let's get up here. Yeah, this looks like the outermost one here. And I should be able to do something like that. And so that'll mark this wall out here. All right, and the outermost one here, I believe, is that one right there. So all we need to do is get close. I'm thinking right about here ought to do it. No, not horizontal. That's not going to help us. Fuck. I'm doing weights at my school and it sucks. Oh, you don't like working out, huh? I actually like working out a lot, even though I haven't been doing it a lot lately. Or I should say, that's one of those things you like. You may not like doing, you like having done. All right, let's see if I can. There we go. That's a little better. And let me see. I think I can just do that. That'll mark that outermost shad right there. And ow! Easy, Thunder. Okay, so that's that outermost wall. The outermost one here is either one of these two. I believe they're on the same block, but I'm going to go with this one just to be safe. That one right there. So I'm going to aim for that one. And let me see. Let's go back a couple right here. And we'll scaffold up to that. Like 35-pound weights are heavy. I assume that you're talking about like the dumbbells, right, for curling and stuff like that. I usually do a minimum like 50 pounds for those. I mean, I could do more, even in the shape on that. I could do more than that, but then it's all about controlling that weight and getting the full range of motion, right? So. Okay, so we should be good there, and then we just need to get this face on this side, and I believe that that is the outermost one, and you don't have to get up too high to do this, because this one is right here. There. I think that's it. Okay, now I actually want to be on the outside of each one of these, because that's where I want the water stream to be. So what I am thinking is something like this. All right, let's put our sand here, and I'm gonna go with the, where's the cobbled? There it is. I'm gonna outline it with the cobbled. Thusly, like this. Like I said, I have no idea if this is even going to work or not. You know, it's... But I kind of like doing stuff like that, though. I kind of like to, you know, I've got time. I'm not really in a hurry today. So, you know, we could just muck about with this and see what we can get working. That's one thing I love about Generations, you know. As much as, you know, the only schedule I've put myself on is to try not to build anything new on the server, and here we are building something new. So, but you know, I can relax on the server here and just take it easy and just fool around with stuff. You know, that's one of the good things about Generations. 50 pounds minimum. Thunder is buff. Wow. Well, you know, a lot of that is having the body mass to act as a counterweight so you can balance yourself. You know, it's really not so much about strength. You know, right now I'm a little bit overweight. I'm about 200 pounds. That's about maybe 5 to 10 pounds over my target weight. But, you know, when you weigh that much, you know, when you hold 50 pounds straight out like that, your body is enough of a counterweight, you know, so you know, you can work out with it efficiently. When I was younger, I was really, really light. So even though I was strong enough to lift 50 pounds, I just didn't weigh enough to counterbalance it, you know. So you could probably lift a lot more than 35 if you just hang on to something, right? Then you anchor yourself down. And then when you lift it straight up, you can see you can lift a lot more that way. It's just, you know, you need to be anchored down a lot. Be surprised how strong you can be like that. All right, so I think I'm going to climb up there. And I'm going to use this as the water collection area. That means that these are going to wind up washing away, but that's okay. I want to keep them there for now just to keep the mobs from spawning. But let me see. We need a water source. Let's do that. I'm going to make one thusly. There we go. Now we'll go water source because, wow, we're gonna need water source, people. Okay, now this is gonna be a little bit weird to do. I think the amethyst will still grow in a water stream, and if it grows in a water stream, I think it will become waterlogged. And so it won't knock out that water stream, that downward water stream. So we're about to find out. H2 no hydrate. There we go. And at some point we need to check with the surface to to do your Bastion faceplant sleep. In fact, you know what? We can go up to the surface to get some buckets because I'm going to need more than 2 buckets when I'm up there. It's just going to be interesting placing the water here and seeing how I'm going to get that to flow down. But so I'll probably knock off those shards and then see if they grow through the water stream like I'm thinking that they're gonna. All right, let me get to the top and I'll catch up with the chat here. And then I got to make sure that I have my bed with me. I believe I do. I'm usually pretty good about carrying one in my inventory all the time, but not this time. Ugh, thunder. I mean, I just had it with me. What did I do with it? I usually carry one in my toolbox, but I might want to have one over here somewhere. Yeah, see, I have a whole double chest specifically for beds, and I have none in it. All right, maybe we have one in one of these here. Uh-oh, that's a thunderstorm, too. That's not good. That means my guys are going to get zapped and turned into witches. I need a bed. All right. Okay, I hear you up there. Look at the spawn chunks are still on right now. All right, let's just grab our bed. Let me see. Tools, box of rockets, shulker, fire resistance, beacons, shulker, pickaxes. It might still be in here. I'm going to need those. This is bad. I'm going to have to go up to the hotel, I think. And sleep it off up there. Because otherwise my guys are going to get zapped and turned into witches. I got to get up there. Yeah, it's very unlike me not to have a bed in my inventory. That's ridiculous. There we go. Bubble column. So I think you could see in a bubble stream like this how difficult it would be to do something delicate like try to farm amethyst shards. All right, let's do that. Now, I'm not going to do a Bastion faceplant sleep because I got a thunderstorm going here. I got to shut this down, so I'll do it. Jeppo-tastic! Woo! Hello, Jeppo. How are you? There we go. I'm going to check on the status of my villagers really quick. How are things going at the new location, Jeppo, if you don't mind me mentioning that? Ouch, my face. Good. No witches. Good. No witches. And the rainstorm. Yay, I'm surviving. Okay. Jeff, I gotta say, that doesn't sound too encouraging. I was hoping for a little bit more of a positive response. I hope that's okay, right? That's okay, isn't it? Anyways, so happy to see you. And let me see. Shut might be lurking right now because he is indisposed. So fingers crossed that they get sorted out as soon as possible. Had some housing hiccups. Okay. Now, I did see a couple of stream notifications for you in the wee hours of the morning after I've already woken up. So I'm going to get where it's safe here. Whoa, look at that Xmas tree. Oh, yeah, you haven't seen things in quite some time here. Let me quickly do this, Jeppo. And let me do that. There we go. And so please check out Jepotastic. She is a variety streamer, does some cool stuff with music on her stream as well, diamond painting, all kinds of stuff. Super smart, super funny streamer. Just have an excellent time on there. Please go check her out when you get a chance. You'll not be disappointed. And yeah, so we've been doing a lot here since you stopped by last, Jeppo. So Christmas tree, that's going to get all filled in before December. That should be all set to go. We've done quite a bit on the hotel here. Let's fly out here and have a little bit of a look. Got a lot of the structure. A lot of the structure worked out. Actually started to lay out where the beach is going to go here and stuff, and a little bit of the terraforming over there, and working on getting the lobby in place, and going to replace all that dirt with materials, and got the bottom floor lobby is finished. That's all complete. That whole elevator shaft is complete. This one still needs a little touch up, and then the aquariums need to be filled in. And we have the dome set in above. Well, dome, it's not quite a dome. But we'll say we have this skylight. We'll call it a skylight up here in place up above the lobby. We've been hard at work. Having lasagna tomorrow for lunch. And Jeppo says she's jealous, and so am I. So am I. Can I live in your hotel? You know that I have at least one room reserved specifically for you. It looks nicer than my supposed housing. Uh-oh. Jeppo, we're going to have to talk about that on your stream. Yes, when I visit your stream. If you can stream in your current situation. Like I said, I have seen your stream notification a couple of times in the wee hours of the morning when I'm trying to force myself to go to sleep. So, all right, I'm going to have to quickly set myself up with a bed here because I always have one in my inventory, and we owe Pleasant Player a Bastion faceplant sleep. So, and you know what? I probably just chucked one right into one of these junk chests down here. And like I always say, this is a travesty to have a chest monster right in front of an unfinished storage system. Item sorter and stuff. It's just, it's the worst thing ever. Oops. Some buckets of water. Are you kidding with the lack of the bed, Thunder? Really? I probably have one already down there, and yeah, I think I do, actually. I've probably been using one down there. That speed beacon's coming in handy right now. I thought I had one somewhere around here, and like floating around in one of these chests. I mean, I can always make one. I can always grab some stuff at the wolf farm, and it'll give me an excuse for going over to the wolf farm and the guardian farm. I can use this one. I can use that one. We'll go over there in a little bit anyway. Yes, time zones are hard. It's 4 a.m. here. The wee hours. Well, I got to head out now so I can work on homework. Please do, and do a good job on it. Have a good rest of your stream, Thunder, and I'll talk to you later. Have a pleasant rest of your day. I definitely shall. I hope your day is looking better now, having stopped by. All the best for your homework, indeed. And, you know, like I said, you know, if you need a little bit of consultation with the math, I'm always here, dude. So, Jeppo, it has been ages. Or it seems like it has been ages anyway. Right now, I'm working on an amethyst farm because we need tinted glass. We definitely need tinted glass, and we need a lot of it. And like I've mentioned earlier, I'm not going to make the automated farm. Automated farm, that's what I'm trying to say. I am going to make a manual farm, but, you know, I'm going to experiment with this a little bit and try to work with a water flow kind of system. So we'll see how this works out. Let's get rid of a little bit of this stuff and a little bit of that stuff. I'm going to keep a little bit of that. Let's fill up some buckets to bring up there with us. We're going to bring a lot of water down here with us. And let me see. We're going to have to make a pretty elaborate scaffolding array here, I think. And if I do this right, that's a big if. That's always an if with me. If I do this right, I ought to be able to correspond this ring of cobbled deep slate upward to be able to help me out here. So I'll put another one hereabouts. There we go. Forever so shiny. Oh, this is, yeah. We need a lot of that tinted glass for the Guardian farm. So we're putting this up here now. And like I said, you know, the idea is that this is in the spawn chunks. And so this should grow amethyst shards 24/7. So, and I don't think it'll be lagging the server also. Did I not? I was going to say, I thought I brought plenty of this stuff with me. But I have no idea how I'm going to go about doing this. So I'm just throwing stuff up here and then seeing what it does, which is always fun. All right. So we're probably going to lose some shards here at the very beginning, but. And so I'm just testing out my water theory right now. There we go. I'm going to need some room to be able to move around. That's about as far out as that one's going to go. Like that. Okay. And then this. All right, that's the column I would like to extend outward. I think that's about as far as I'm going to get there. All right. How to go about this. Yeah, that's going to do that. You know what I always do, though, that I haven't done here, and I'm a little bit cross with myself, is I always combine dirt and scaffolding together. I always find that that's a good system, because the scaffolding alone is a pain in the butt, and the dirt alone doesn't do all I want it to do. And so, best of both worlds, as Sammy Hagar says. So let me see. Yeah, I should have thought about that earlier. That means back for dirt. Ark. And let me see here. Okay, I am home and settled in my chair. Good. And let me see. Dostoevchka, hi Thunder. I'm driving, so I can't chat. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having an excellent day. Please be careful driving, okay? Audio is a little low for me. That should be a little bit better. Check 1, 2. Okay, yeah, I'm in the amber area now. So let me see. Hello, friends. Princess Nebula. Thunder quiet for everybody else. I fixed that. This should be better now. Look at you all saying hi to each other. You guys are so cool. Yes, and Jeppo says she mentioned it a little bit earlier, although... Oh, I think your mic is a bit quieter than usual today. Yeah, okay, I see it now. There we go. And so, let me see. We are in there. Nebs has shut mountain. Thank you, Nebs. There we go. And let me see. Did we get Dastovochka? I think we did. Took care of Nebula. Thank you so much. And there we go with it. Thank you for those all shouting out each other on the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Shout outs for all the wins. Yes. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome to my nightmare. As we try in vain to build an amethyst farm here. It's going to be interesting. And if it is nighttime up above, I still owe Bastion, Pleasant Player a Bastion faceplant sleep. So when we get up above, how have you guys been? It's been ages. It's cool. Jeppo's got herself up into the wee hours here so she can attend the stream. And so we all get to say hi to each other. And like I said, if you haven't caught the notifications on the Discord, we have changed the streaming schedule. So we are doing Generations on Wednesdays from 1 to 3. We're doing Buffooncraft on Fridays from 3 to 5. And Kachi time remains the same. Sundays, 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for all of those. Hands, do what I tell you to do. I should have some doit over here somewhere. I probably have some over here. That's probably where all that stuff is. And Dastovochka, me little droog, ready to get home and relaxed. Work is more work than usual, Look at this guy. Crashing our party in the storage area down here. Look at all the slime chunks in my storage area. Look at this. Wow, this one we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 adjacent chunks, even though they're not set up in a quad. They're set up in this L kind of configuration. But yeah, it's annoying. Did you see that arrow just pass harmlessly through that slime? There we go. Few little jello shots. There you go. All right. Let's get ourselves set up with some dirt here. Let's see. One of these has to be full of dirt. Ooh, let's grab some of that while we're on it. There we go. We got a little bit there. Rooted dirt. I don't think so. I don't want to do that stuff. At least not for this. Here we go. Jackpot. Like that. That's enough. That's enough. Inventory is full. Now we've got a big job to do finishing up Generations. We have to take this whole ceiling pattern, take all of this down, and transfer it onto the floor. Oh my God, Thunder, what are you doing? Okay, let's head on down here. Let's grab some nourishment while we're at it. Hey, Thunder, I got the roof done on the main base building. You guys really got to check out Nebula's build on her server. When she is ready to show that off, you will be blown away. I was just in there the other day, dropping by for one of my routine visits there, and jaw-dropping stuff, folks. Jaw-dropping stuff. All right. Now, see, I like to have the scaffolding heading up there, but while I'm up there, I like to have the dirt. And so I like to combine dirt and scaffolding together. So there's usually a debate amongst the Minecraft community, scaffolding or dirt. Scaffolding or dirt. And I'm like, is it wrong to do both? Why can't we have both? All right. So this is the kind of thing I want to do right around here like this, so I can get around the outer edge here and do what I need to do, which is place a lot of water. And let me see, I think I'm good here if I just do this. And so the idea is we're going to have a downward flowing water stream around this whole thing. So we can swim into the water, knock out the shards, and then the water stream will carry them down below for collection. So right now, and then down below, I may wind up putting some gates, fence gates, or something down there and having an air gap, and then so they'll fall through those into another water stream that'll carry them away. But right now I'm just testing proof of concept. Proof of concept. Because I've never done this before, I want to see what happens. So this may be a totally pointless exercise, otherwise known as a complete failure, but, you know, 58 years old, casual indifference towards failure. Not confidence, people. Don't mistake that for confidence. That is a casual indifference towards failure. Okay, let's just carry this around like this. So give us some sort of platform on which we can work. Yeah, I'm doing good here. Oh, and you know what I need? I was thinking, you know, I was going to put the blocks around this, but actually slabs might be a little bit better. Or I will knock out, knocking out part of the ceiling will be a little bit better, I think. Even better. Yeah, see, I put that one flush with the scaffolding, and it needs to be on the outside of the scaffolding. But, you know, it's not a lot. It's only a little bit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The good thing about the dirt is I can remove it little by little from the inside outward. So let's just do that kind of a thing. And let's not fall off this scaffolding and the... I'm going to have to get all the way back up there now. The good thing is when we get the water stream in place, if we decide to keep it and that winds up working, you can just swim up there. Dirt folding. Scaffold. Dirt folding. I think I like dirt folding better. And look at this, would you? Why, hey there, fellas. All right. I guess I should do some lighting up here, huh? I guess that's my cue. Lighting. By the way, I will remind viewers, if you hadn't gotten the message from the Discord or you hadn't been watching that particular stream, you should definitely check out Shut Mountain's latest Buffooncraft VOD, the archive on his YouTube. If you go to my Discord, the link is in there under the Buffooncraft channel. He, Flying Villager, Call Me Eve Gaming, and myself had an excellent stream for his stream, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of shenanigans, a lot of silliness. Let's just put some little bit of border lighting around here like this, just in the corners. There we go again. Let's go clean up our mess while we're down here. But you should definitely check that out. That was a lot of fun. That's some legendary stuff. Completely unscripted. All the better for it. I think you need to clip that section out so I can send it to you. Yeah, I've just been giving people the link to your YouTube shut so they go to your channel. And encouraging people to drop a subscription over there. Let's get down here. because it's a long clip. You know, it's over 30 minutes for our little segment there. Let's just trim that away like that. Let's put one. Okay, this should be good enough. We can work with this. We can work with this. And since the music just ran out, that must mean I'm close to about halfway through the stream. So that means we're probably, yep, it's time for stand-up mode. You don't have to do that. But I want to. There we go. Okay, let's restart the music. Recue the music. There we go. Okay, so here we can now do a little something like this. Let's do that so I can mark this out. And the idea is to put the water here. And hopefully it'll flow down correctly. And we'll do the same right here, so I can mark that out. All right, this is good, like this. I should really work from the inside and go out because I want to see how it's going to flow over the amethyst and how it's going to interact with that. And we're probably going to lose those wonderful shards right there that have grown, but we are going to definitely be growing many, many more. Of course, I fully expect Nebula to tell me the flaw in my design idea here before I even get it implemented. It's not a complaint, Nebs. That's said with appreciation. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. And we can just bring in, yeah, some dirt like that. That's better. Okay, now we can do a little bit of work like this. All right, and you know what? I'm going to conduct my little experiment on this. Let me see. Yeah, let's work on this group right here. All right, so let's do something like this, and let's see how this is going to do its thing. I'm going to put one right there. Put one right there. Put one right there. And then one right here. Okay, and this is my idea. Okay, so the shards here are causing a little bit of a problem, the way it's flowing over. But I'm thinking when I put another one like this, it should counteract that kind of sideways stream. Like that. Now, we're going to get a little bit of a gap here, but I think when I knock these away, that will fill in. And then I think they will likely grow through the downflow of water. And that's what I'm trying to achieve here. Now, we would have to make a water source here and here, although I don't know if those things would flow down or not. If I grew these here and then I don't know what's going to happen there. So I don't know what kind of, if this is going to do its thing or not. But the good thing is once I get the water stream started like this, yeah, I need to fill this in up above here. Or I don't know, maybe I shouldn't because I can come up for air, right? Right, so I'm going to have to work outwards here. But this is what I'm thinking. And since I have this water stream now, I should no longer need the dirt because I can swim up and down. There we go. And I can now just do that. Okay. And I can clean up my mess down here too. All right. So I'm thinking something a little like this. And then, so let's see how easy it is to swim up through this. Yeah, see? So I'm thinking this will allow these to drop down, but will allow me to swim and harvest them quite easily. Whereas if I had a bubble column here, that would be really hard. And let me see, that's an air gap. So let's do this. Before that one grows in, let's see what happens when I do that. And when I do this. Okay, and again, you know, I want to have an air gap up here. I want to keep that. I wasn't thinking that originally, but all right. I also want to empty out my inventory here. Because now I'm not going to need as much of this stuff here. This should be looking good. Let's put some shads over there, and let me see. We can get rid of the cobbled deep slate. I'm not going to need as much of that stuff. So into the incinerator it goes, and then we get all the noise that goes along with that. But we can do this. We can use this for some filling, so I don't mind keeping a little bit of this on me. Like that. Let's get some buckets of water. Good. Okay. We'll clean up our mess here a little bit. Collect some of these shards. Another thing I want to do is that would really suck if a creeper came by and blew all this stuff up. That would not be cool. Set us back significantly, so let us do a little bit of preventative lighting. And let's get caught up in the chat here. Let me see. I can just trim it down and send it so you have it. Okay. Yeah, and you might still have, you might still be able to send it to my Google Drive, too. That might be the easiest way to do that. All designs are flawed until they are built, and then they are perfect. Well said. Well said. I have no clue if the cluster buds can be waterlogged. They might be. We're going to find out, right? It will work like that, Nebs. Shelb's completely encased her geode in water, and sometimes there is a small air pocket for the crystals that you can breathe from. Yeah, see, and that's, I think that's where I saw this. I think I saw Shelb's doing this shot. I know it was one of the buffoons doing something like this, and I thought, you know, that's pretty cool. We should try to do something like that. Okay, so I'm also thinking, you know, this would be a lot easier to drop the water in from above, right? And we could probably do this in strips, would be a lot better. Yeah, that's how I want to do this. We'll drop it in by strips. Every now and then we'll do that just to do a check. Should be getting closer. Getting really close. Okay, I want it to go against this. So this will be my first strip that I'm putting in. And if you guys haven't sussed out what it is I'm going to be doing here, just hold on in just a moment. All shall become clear in what's very likely going to be a failure. That. Right. Okay. So I'm going to plant my first column of water along here. And if I do this right, I can even make a water source like this. As long as I lay down 3 and grab from the middle, I can keep moving it across like... Yes? No? Yes? No, no. Just... Thunder, just... Ugh. 1, 2. I may have grabbed a little prematurely there. Yeah, okay, that isn't quite working out as well as I wanted it to. I was thinking I could just keep grabbing from that water source and moving it over, and thusly... let's get this out of my offhand here. Yeah, see, I can't quite do it like that. I'm thinking as long as I get 3 in a row here, I'm good, but... But I can make a water source up here somewhere and just pull from that. Like, I can keep a temporary water source behind me here and just pull from that all the way over. Yeah, I could do that. And let me see. We can do this with the torches. We can just put some torches up there for the lighting. So that stays cool. Right. And let's do a little something like this. Let's try this. Ooh, I have 2 water buckets left. We can do something like that to make our sort. What? Oh, that's why. I forgot there's holes there. Let's do that and that and that. Okay, now we're good. All right, and we should be able to go like this and refill all of our water buckets, stack them all up. First 16, anyway, like this, then I think we're good. There we go, like that. We'll just do this kind of a thing. That's weird, you know, I guess there has to be a block underneath it to make it a usable water source like that, so. And this is a little bit slower than I wanted. You know what, I guess I could put a layer underneath this, right? Put all the water, put a layer like, make it out of dirt, and then just remove all the dirt afterwards and just have it all cascade down. I could do something like that, right? Yeah, in fact, that's probably the better way to do it. Seeing as how this is a little tedious. Yeah, that's not going to be cool. So yeah, in fact, that way might actually even be faster. So let's do this. Let's go get that dirt from the inventory. Let me see. What happened here? Yeah, this cobble should be on the outside of that. Got it. And you know what? We can also use dirt for that. So I've got this cobble deep slate. Let's get that out of there. Regular deep slate, we can keep that. Let's put these few shards in here. Let's go get the rest of our dirt. We probably don't have enough dirt for that platform, but we'll see. But let me see. If I do that, I'll get the containment around here that I'm looking for. And let me see. We won't need the scaffolding anymore. We can swim up the water stream. That central water stream, we should be okay there. I'll catch up with that chat in just a moment. I think we're going to have to go fetch some more dirt, but I should go grab a couple of shulkers of it, really. I guess the scaffolding itself holds the water back. So you know what? I should probably leave one in place just in case, right? This being the case, I can now do something like that and get it one level so I can climb in and out of it easier. You guys will see what I mean in just a moment here, if you're not onto it yet. Walk. Let's go get that contained. Let's take a quick look at the chat here. Let me see. Thunder, please tell me you are using fortune on those crystals. Yes, sir, I am. Probably not. Well, I've got fortune 3 on that. I really don't mind so much while I'm building it. But definitely when I'm harvesting, yes, we will have fortune 3 on those. Absolutely. Okay, so... actually, I'm going to knock this upper layer off now, and we should be good. As long as I do it with surgical precision. Yeah, see, sometimes... Oh, that's why. We got to go back and remove the cobble now. That's what's causing the problem. So if we remove the cobble, this should then do what I want it to do. Actually, that scaffolding makes a good air hatch. Oh, look! Free glow squid ink. As part of the process. All right, so that should now do its thing. And without that, I should be able to remove this upper layer of dirt. But if I can't, I'll just leave both of them in place. But yeah, see, that's what I want it to do. But see, I don't want unwelcomed guests like that bony so-and-so right over there. See, it'll make a nice column like this. And then, you know what? I may actually sink that down one below. And so it'll have this effect on floor level, right? So you don't have to step up over the dirt. But right now I'm just proofing out the concept. Proofing out the concept, people. Done. Done and done. Okay, almost there. All right, this is a little bit better. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to, now that I have this high and dry, we're going to need to put some torches down there. Definitely. One right here should do it, but you know what? Let's put one there. Okay, so I'm thinking of carrying this all the way over, but in a peculiar kind of way, and that's not going to be enough dirt to do that. I suppose I could just use the cobbled deep slate for it and just knock that down later. I'd rather use the dirt, but I'm not going to go back and fetch a couple more stacks of dirt now. That's not working efficiently enough. So let's get back over here. And let's swim up through here. All right, this is good. And we'll just get an inventory of some cobbled deep slate. We'll put it down below one more layer, and then we'll just remove it strip by strip as we go. And that should do the trick. Do something. There's our water source. We're gonna... we got plenty of water, so we're fine. We can do without that since we've got a new plan. And let's just carry these across like this. Because I don't know. And of course, we would have to be working down in deep slate layer, levels. So let's clear out the workspace first. And I'm going to need this workspace anyway because we're going to need to be able to swim up and out of here to get air and do things like that. So. And hopefully this thing works out. I mean, one way or another, I'll get it to work out. If I have to, I'll just give Shelbs a call. Shelbs! Can I fly over your base and have a look at how you did this? I'll pull her out of retirement so she can help me with my farm. That's not selfish, right? All right. What am I doing for time here? Wow, this stream went by really, really fast. Whew. I was up until the wee hours working on this last night, mining out those chunks. Oh, that took a while. I like having the on-site incinerator, though, so my inventory doesn't get too full. Okay, almost there, almost there. I mean, even without a beacon or anything, this is going along pretty good, I think. We're already over into the next geode, so that's good. Just put up a little bit of extra lighting right there. Then a little bit more right over here. Not too bad, not too bad. And we can see we're closing in on the other side right over there, so we're doing well. We might have to temporarily disable those water sources just so we can lay down the platform underneath, but I think we have the right idea here. What's cool is if we get this started, all we have to do is just put down a couple more buckets of water, and then it'll form the sources, the water sources, all the way across if we flood it correctly. So that's what I'm thinking here. Hands. Stop placing torches. Not yet. And then I'm thinking we just knock out the floor, and then the water will flow down. And eventually, you know, if I wanted to get really fancy with it, I might do something with dispensers where I could just throw a lever and then turn the water on and off. Maybe, maybe not. You know, like I said, you know, I really don't want to spend too much time building things in generations. I'm trying to think of where that is. What's above me here? I know my pumpkin and my melon farm is above me, so I don't want to go too far up. Got to be careful here when I'm hogging out. You know, that might be the bubble vader. That might be the bubble vader that leads up to the Chamber of Commerce. Could be. Could be. All right. We're closing in on it, people. We're closing in on it. Let's put up a little lighting here and a little lighting there. I don't think so, though. It's a pretty irregular shape, so it's probably just natural. All right. Let's go removing slate. This is a Chris the IT guy task right here, if ever there was one. Okay, we're doing good there. How far over do I have to go? Not that far, actually. Yeah, right there. Okay, so that's where the water stream is going to end. So let's just clear this out here. And again, you know, I want to give myself a little bit of a ledge here to stand on. I should do that on the sides as well. If I haven't already, I think I have. Let's do this. All right. And here's where the ender pearls come in and prove to be handy right there. Okay. So what I would like to do at this juncture is, let me see. How am I going to do this? Let's just do this quickly. See if that's going to hit the target the way I want it to. I think I want it in one from here. Right, so I want it to actually, I want the floor to start right there, like that. Okay, and similarly, I want it to start in here like this, and I think, well, it's showing that, right? All right, let's do that. All I have to do is get this first one started down here, and I should be okay. And then I can remove in place, so we should be good. And then just carry that over. And again, ender pearl right there, we're good. Okay, so I'm thinking we just remove in place like this. And this should do it for us. Yeah, we're going to need that like that, and then be able to place it all the way across. Okay, that's good. That should be fine. And I think the best thing to do would just be remove everything and then replace everything. And hopefully this isn't too low where it's going to hit those, but I think it'll be all right. Let's just do that for right now. And let's just remove like this. And I think this is going to be the plan. I think this is going to be the best way to do this. I wish I would have thought about this first, but I have to say, I have to give myself a little bit of credit. At least I didn't think about it at the end of the stream. And I'm thinking like this, I can just carry this over, you know, after I take out a few of these like this. That's not too bad. Okay. Just take out 3 rows, place 3 rows, and just proceed that way right across, and we should be good. Yeah, this is going to work. We're going to have to fix that, hands. But this should work just fine. Yeah, that's going to be good. All right, that's what I was concerned with. What I was concerned. That with which I was concerned. English! Awk. Okay, something like this. Awk. Thunder. But see, I should be able to just do this, right? By the way, I think I'm missing a water source, right? Maybe I am. Maybe there too, but I think I'll just wind up replacing those. We'll see. Just to make sure I got them right. But they'll actually, they should flood and form correctly anyway. And we'll have to at least temporarily place some torches. They'll get washed away later, but that's okay. Once the water is in place, we'll be good. do vaguely recall talking to Shelbs about this when I was over at her base many moons ago. I forget the source in which she came up with her farm. This I didn't like go online and take a look at this. I just remember Shelbs flooding hers and then thinking, all right, how am I going to do this? And I went a little too far over. I should have placed my other 3 first, but that's not that big of a deal. We can do something like this. If we get 3 in place like this, we can then just go down the line like that. And let me see, how am I doing for time here? 2:35. So I have 25 minutes left of the stream. And really, I just want to see if I can get the water stream working properly. I'll go take care of that in a moment. So we should have water going right into there. This should also be filled, now that I think of it. And then if I don't have that quite right, I can always patch it up after. There we go. Just do this right across and we should be good. We're almost there. We only have a few more strips to do. And again, there might have been a faster way to do this. You know, if I could have had a water source and carried the water source across, I think that would have been better. But without blocks underneath it, apparently you can't do that. So, but we learned something new, didn't we? And I think I'm going to have to carry that all the way around. We'll see. How are we doing down there? Looks kind of cool from up here, actually. All right, let's carry this over. Hawk. All right, hands, now just do what I tell you to do. Nobody said put these here. Nobody said that. All right, we got a decent light source here, but I'm just going to put another one down just in case. And let's do this. We're getting there. Almost done. Almost done. Everybody doing their lurking thing, which is perfectly fine. Appreciate it. Just the same. I'm actually curious just to see how this is going to work, if it does work. So again, our plan for Generations is just to finish up the builds that we have on the server. Try not to build anything new, even though I'm in the process of building something new right now. Try not to build any new builds on it. Finish up the builds that we have, and then we can move on to Generation 6. When will that happen? I don't know. When it's ready. That's when it will happen. But right now I need tinted glass to finish up the Guardian farm, and that's what I'm doing now. Making ourselves a little bit of a tinted glass factory. And besides, I'm just curious to see if I can do this kind of a thing. Because I haven't built one of these before. And I don't know. Neb's Shelves has one on Buffooncraft, so I don't think there's any point in making another one on Buffooncraft. She's already got that covered. But Nebs and I have been thinking on building a farm that I do not think has been built yet on Buffooncraft. And so I'm been spending a little time getting the resources together to put that farm together. I think we're going to build it over on Nebs' site. And then we're going to sell our goodies over at the market. That's the plan anyway. We were talking about that the other night there. Seeing if we can get that to work. We'll see how that goes. As far as Buffooncraft right now, on my structure, my build, I am on the, I think I've just completed slice 150. So the next 10 slices will be 160 through, 151 through 160. All right, now that I have sources underneath, I should be able to just carry this all the way across. And they should fill in. Let's get these out of the spare hand. Let's do this, and then we can just carry it across. We only really need to get so far on 2 of these walls, and then the rest should flood right in and create the water sources all the way across. Like that. And this should... There it goes. Done. Nice. Let's put some light sources up here. All the way around. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right, now this being the case, now if I knock out these blocks down below, we should be in business. And I want to swim down the water stream here. There we go. And I want to make sure that it's lined up. And tis lined up. Oh, we've got a glow squid farm too. Wonderful. All right, so we should be good. If I just carry this all the way across now, we should be in good shape. So I could just knock these out now, and that should flow downward the way we want it to flow. Okay, and so we're right on the corner of that. I'm going to run down here and make sure that we're lined up properly here. And we are not. Okay. So actually where I want to be is right... Let me see if that's how I want that. Want it in front of that and in front of that. Got it. Yeah, so I don't want that. I want it like this. Okay, so actually, this should be filled in. I went a little bit too far past. Right, and then this. Yeah, right on target. Okay, this is good. So now we can just break these, carry these right across, and we should be good. And if I keep my head above the water, I won't... I do have Aqua Affinity and Depth Strider, but if I keep my head above the water, I won't be slowed down by that at all. So and you can see why I wanted dirt for this, because then I could have just taken the shovel and brap right across. I just hope I don't break any of those budding amethyst crystals blocks. And how are we doing? Call me Eve Gaming just subscribed. Thank you so much for the sub. Eve, welcome. Shot Mountain says, I think there is only one much-needed farm left in Buffooncraft, and that's the Wither Skelly farm. But we have that. I think that's in the end, right? Right, Shot? And then, Eve, you're welcome. What you building? I am on the Generation server. My Generation server, and I'm building an amethyst farm. And that's what I'm doing. How are you doing? And Shut Mountain's right in there with the shout out for Call Me Eve Gaming, who has recently become our newest buffoon on Buffooncraft. And I gotta say, with all of our new buffoons this season, not disappointed. A lot of fun. So please go check out our stream. And, you know, if you ever get us, you know, any like 3 or 4 of us on that Buffooncraft server together during a stream, it's like hilarity shall ensue. He's talking about getting the skulls, yeah. I'm all right and not feeling great, unfortunately. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So going to get some sleep soon. Okay, understood. Anyone want to dig out the nether? What, again? Again, Nebs? Aw, thanks. I love it when people don't think I'm a total disappointment. I think that goes without saying, Eve, but just the same. Glad to have you aboard. Yeah, I can't recall if they built the Wither Skull farm in the end in one of those planetary spheres they made. I know they have a Wither Rose farm there, and I know they have an Enderman farm. I thought they mentioned the Wither Skull farm, but maybe not. Maybe not yet. If they don't have it there yet, they very likely have plans for it. But if not, I believe K46 Sleepwalker, affectionately known as Corny, may have started one in the Nether. Right underneath spawn. Right under the hub. He may have started one. But if that's what that is down there, I think it is. We're, of course, viewers, we are, of course, talking about the Buffooncraft server. On Generations, I do not believe I have a Wither Skull farm. I don't think I do. But I'll be saving that for Generation 6. Trying not to make more new builds on Generation 5. I'm trying to finish up Generation 5 here. Okay, so far I think I'm getting the water to flow downward in the way that I intended. So we'll see how that works. We may have to place some water sources under some of those buds. Budding blocks, whatever. We may have to do that. But I think, for the most part, we're going to be okay. The other thing is I'm going to make a ledge all the way around this. Again, so we can swim up and out of the water. Up here at the top. And I also have to be very careful not to actually hit any of those amethyst bud blocks. I think I'm far enough above them at this point, though. Well, no, actually, I'm getting closer to that geode over there. So... we go. Okay, we are almost there. Then again, the idea is to be able to swim through this easily. That's why I'm not making a bubble column. But the downward flow will carry the drops down to the bottom, and then there'll be an additional water stream down below, and that'll carry them to some sort of collection device for the shards as we mine them. Now, I'm just wondering if these will float against the current. I think, yeah, this is not good, Thunder. I think the shards are just going to float to the top. Yeah, this isn't cool. The shards, I think, are just going to float to the top. But as long as they don't break away and float upward, they may... We'll have to test that. We'll have to see. And that's the point of building this part of this right here, is just to test it. See, I don't like how the items are just sitting here like this. I want them to be carried downward. So I don't know. Maybe we might have to do some sort of bubble column or something, but I'm hoping not. Because then I have to try to swim against that bubble column while I'm working, and that's going to be hard. That will be difficult, people. That will be difficult. Oh, wait. Do I want to do that? No, I don't, actually. I don't. Well, no. I'm good. I'm good. I am good. Okay, so that should have the desired effect now. So let's pull out to the side here, and we'll have a look all the way around. This should be very much like the drowned farm that we built. Should have the same kind of effect like that. And we have the added benefit of glow squiddies as well. Let's get caught up in the chat here. I can help with that, Nebs, but I don't know about putting in all the black concrete. I'm not doing all the accents, just talking digging, yes. A lot of people, with a lot of people, it would indeed take less time. Not the months that it took me. Yeah, you and Draken grinding away down there. Let me see. He started one. We can just do all the digging around it. Yeah, we could do that. That would work. Digging it is slower than just spawn proofing, but we won't miss any spots if we dig it out, but we don't have to dig it out. But it does look cooler to have that big dugout area. Only question I have is, does a beacon really make a difference in the nether? If it does, then that could help. Yes and no, just as long as you clear out the area above it so it hits the bedrock, and then it'll work. But Nebs, who knows all about this, having done it on her server, it only helps if you have a basalt delta shot. And then Eve says, what does a nosy pepper do? Gets jalapeno abyss. All right. Okay, Eve. F5 already. Instamine, another rack. Princess Nebula needed to think of a clean one. Don't have a lot of those. I love the dad jokes. Yeah. Yeah. It is tough, Eve. It's a little easier for me because, you know, was a math teacher for many, many years. And so controlling the speech is something I've like to think I've mastered. Sometimes I slip on that a little bit, but you got to be clever. Okay, let's lay down a few extra torches. We are like 5 minutes from finishing the stream. Wow. At least we got that part in. But I am concerned as we go working around here, like this, for example. If I do this, I mean, that's not in a water stream, but see, it just pretty much stays there. And of course, I haven't put the... See, I'm thinking that should be swept off of there. I would like to see these getting all pushed down to the bottom, and they're not. It does outside the water stream, but... So I have to think about this a little bit. I might have to talk to Shelbs about this and have a look at hers. Also, I need water streams dropping from here down below, but we'll have to do a few things like that as well. Yeah, see? See how they're floating to the top? That's not good. So I might need bubble columns from the bottom, forcing them up, or with the soul sand, or I might need the magma blocks, forcing them down. But it's pretty hard to swim against those streams. That's the idea there. So I also think I have another thing I can do. I have another thing that I can do which would be easier too. I could put a wall on one side and have the water flow this way with just one column flowing across each layer all the way down. Sort of like I did with the Guardian farm. And it would push all of the shards off to the side. Could do that. The good thing about this is all I have to do is to change this is just remove this one layer of water and we're good. So proof of concept. That concept, although that does look really cool. That reminds me a lot of the drowned farm that Kachi and I built not too far away from here. Let's get rid of some of this stuff in the incinerator. I don't need that. And we can do a lot of this stuff. We'll save some of that. This. And we are just about ready to end the stream. I'm going to see if it's nighttime above because I owe Pleasant Player a Bastion faceplant sleep redeem. And if not, I'll just return his channel points to him. And then Eve says, let me see. Everyone slips from time to time. Yeah. It's just the editing afterwards, right? It's like, let me see. And then Eve says, it's a bit tougher for me because at the moment, because I have a mature audience stream. That's right, you do. Myself and a lot of streamers I watch aren't as PG as well, but just have to get used to it again. Again, you know, if that's your thing, you know, you run the stream the way you want, you know. So I have nothing against those streams. Nothing. Just because I'm family friendly on my stream. And I'm family friendly on my stream because a lot of kids, my kids and their friends watch these streams of mine. So that's the only reason why I do it. Certainly don't expect everybody to do that. I just remembered Mrs. Shutt's birthday is tomorrow. Got to figure something out. Shut! Dude. Plus, like, English is my second language, and sometimes I find out a word that I didn't think as a curse word actually was. Yeah, you know, that's a good point, Eve. Oh, shut! At least you remembered in time, maybe. And happy birthday to her. Indeed, happy birthday. Maybe I'll just get her a card. Shut. But Eve, you know, that happens in other languages. my Mrs. Thunderhand is from Taiwan, so 我会说中文. I can speak some of the Chinese, and I also teach English language learners, and so curse words in a language that's not yours don't seem as bad to you for some reason. So there is that phenomenon. Curse words in somebody else's language aren't like a big deal for you. So like curse words in Chinese to me just don't seem like they're as bad. And our Chinese friends and family think similarly of the English curse words. They're like somebody else's curse words. They're not ours. So what's the big deal? And it's like, yeah, you have to remember that. Especially when you hear them in the media too, of that culture. And it's like, what? They said that on the show? Yeah, that's a bad thing to say for us. So don't say that. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, let's hit the surface, and then we'll wrap up the stream here. Oh, good, we can do a Thunderhand launch. I haven't done that in a while, too. There we go. Let's do an F5 right here. And getting to the top. Hey, that wasn't too bad, actually, considering I haven't done that in a long, long time. All right, so we need to head southward. Past the hotel. Down the main drag. This is where the bridge is going to be. And this is what we need all of those amethyst shards for. That's right over here. And this is our mighty Guardian farm. And I'm replacing all the glass in this with tinted glass, so they won't be distracted by the light sources and try to swim up against the current. They still make their way down here, and this thing is still plenty efficient, believe me. But and I've done a lot of the tinted glass, but I used up all that I have, and I really need some more. I really just have to do the sides. The whole floor is done here. This glass I want to keep the same right here because I want them to swim towards the portal. Oh, I did do this face. I got this face done and some of that there. I just have to go around and do the sides now. But that's what we're doing. That's what we're making all the amethyst farm so we can get the tinted glass. So we can replace these, and then we can finish this thing up once and for all and get this thing done. All right, with that, let's wrap this thing up. Maybe I'll just take her to dinner this weekend. Card, then dinner. No, what's funny, when a word in one language is a curse word, but the same word in a different language is a... Yeah. That would be a nice shot. Let me see. Well, desserts are, in a way, a curse, I suppose. You can't get enough of them, but they're usually not really good for you. Yes. Alrighty. With that, let's take a look, and let's see if we can find somebody... Let's see who's on right now. See if any of our friends are on. Let me see. I think. Good Lord. If it isn't the new guy himself is streaming Buffooncraft this very moment, we are definitely going to raid the new guy, everyone. So let's see if we can catch him. Hopefully he isn't ending his stream. And there is the raid message in the chat. Thank you, Nebula. You can cut and paste that if you would like to join us. We're going to raid JW89. Jay himself. The man himself we're going to raid. Over on Doing Buffooncraft today. 89, that's his 89 account. Yes, it is. And I'm very... No, don't. He's raiding out. Oh, no. Ugh. I so wanted to catch him. We raided at the same time. I mean, we streamed at the same time, huh? How about Villager? Is Villager... Villager's not doing Minecraft right now. Sonic Frontiers, but we can still raid him. He's raiding over to Flying 2. All right, let's everybody head over there. Right there. And the raid has been created. So just remember that we do this generation stream. We do this now every Wednesday from 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we switch off every other week. So this week we worked on the server itself. And then next week we will be in creative mode on the test map in our test world, doing the Baby Zombie Rush design game. So we'll be doing that. Our next stream is on Friday. That's from 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Buffooncraft on the Buffooncraft server. And then the following stream will be Sunday from 4 to 6. That will be Kachi time. Let's all meet up there. It'll be fun. Good night. I'll see you all on Friday. Thank you so much, everybody, for dropping by. So good to have so much of the crew on here today. I really had a lot of fun. And let us raid out to the Flying Villager himself. Have a great one, everyone. Thank you so much. Raiding out now.